Everybody, it's your man, MrOgDfs, and this is my Saturday main slate breakdown, Saturday, December 28th, 2019. Let's jump right into it. At the point guard position up top, Luka Doncic, just 10,600. Obviously, he's underpriced right now. Just came back, put up 48 fantasy points. Sweet matchup, Golden State coming back. I love Luka Doncic today. Trae Young, most likely going to be out. Also, Russell Westbrook going up against Brooklyn. Russell getting you, four back in the mid 50s, closer games. Against the last two, he's getting you close to 50, but he's definitely hitting value. So Russell Westbrook, good play as well. Ben Simmons, his price tag has went up. That's just too high for Ben Simmons. His last time he went up against Miami, that's a good defense, tougher matchup. 39 fantasy points. At 9,100, they've overpriced him, where to me, he's more of a cashy play, but I'm really not preferring him today. Dame Lillard, 8,900. A lot of these guards, to me, are kind of overpriced because, he put up 45 last time against the Lakers, so he hit value. So I will throw Dame Lillard in there today. Lowry struggled, and struggled against Boston last time. I like Dinwiddie against Houston. Fox, doubtful for today. We got to watch the news on Malcolm Brogdon. But down here, Chicago, Atlanta, Trae Young out. I like Tomas Satoransky, 5,700. He's getting you 30s every game. He's well exceeding value, as well as if it's kind of more of a pivot, I would like Chris Dunn, got 33 last game. Elf Payton still kind of in play today against Washington, although with Payton in there and they have better defense. From the start, I think that Washington may do better against guards today. And then also dropping down, I like Shabazz. He was sick. He was coming back. They had him start. McLaughlin put in a good scoring. He's a shooting guard today. But Shabazz Napier, 4,700. He should get right back into the thick of things starting. I like him today. Pat Bev, just 4,700. You see Pat Bev is right back playing good. He's going to definitely get you over value. If Brogdon's out, obviously, Holiday goes from playing Miami to playing a way sweeter matchup against New Orleans. So you got to love Aaron Holiday today. Drop down a little bit. I like Derek White. He's been hitting value. He's at a point guard, excuse me. Jordan McLaughlin put up 36 fantasy points in just 22 minutes against Golden State. If he gets that kind of run again, he can definitely put up some big numbers today. Currently, that's what I like at the point guard position. Let's move on over to the shooting guard. Up top, James Harden, 11,700. This could just be a shooting fest for James Harden today. Up top, 38 minutes, put up 54 fantasy points. Christmas Eve against Golden State. I definitely like Harden today. Dropping down, Van Fleet did well at home against Boston. They raised his price tag a little bit. So, because of that, I love Donovan Mitchell today. He's 7,800. He's really running the offense right now, crushing value. And when you go down in his past games, when he played against the Clippers, he put up 53 fantasy points November 2nd in just 34 minutes. So he's playing a few more minutes right now. And 7,800, he should crush value today. I love Donovan Mitchell. It's a strong GPP play. Also, Damian Lee, I got to keep giving him a shout because he keeps playing well and he's getting high minutes. And at 6,000, he's crushing value. So he's still definitely in play today. Bogdanovich with Fox being doubtful, or you can watch his status for sure. He did play 43 minutes, put up 41 fantasy points against Minnesota. I expect for him to be really integrated in the offense again today. Buddy Hield, the thing with Buddy Hield, his price tag is low. Just from a GPP perspective, you could throw him in there, but he's just not hitting shots. 6 for 20, 3 for 12, 3 for 18. Now, the day's going to come when Buddy Hield's going to have a great day. But as for now, he's really not getting there. So I'm going to continue to fade him until he shows me he can start hitting some shots, especially with the pricing the way it is. Lou Williams, 4,900. That was against the Lakers in 28 minutes, tougher matchup. Now you get underpriced Lou Will going against Utah at home. I think he should do a lot better against Utah than he did against the Lakers. You got Bruce Brown with everything that's going on with the injuries. With Detroit, he put up 33 fantasy points against a sweet matchup against Washington, they're on the road in San Antonio, but I think he should still be in play. But Gary Payton the second, man, I mean, he's doing good and he's getting the minutes. So I know Isaiah Thomas should be coming back, but the way this young man's playing with his father being a Hall of Famer and them being able to probably have some pull with him getting playing time as long as he's playing well, I could still see Peyton the second still getting PT. So, he just crushed against New York, 46 fantasy points on the 22nd. So you got to keep that in mind today. DeLon Wright, he's still getting run with Doncic back. I mean, 20 minutes, he put up 32 fantasy points against San Antonio. Now, obviously, the more Doncic, starts to ramp up his production, it could go down for Wright. But Golden State's 30th against shooting guard, and I think, they probably give him some run today. So I like DeLon Wright. Garrett Temple, 2 back, 41 fantasy point sweep matchup against Atlanta. If they're competitive today in any way against Houston and they're making their shots, then obviously Garrett Temple is way too cheap. Tyler Hero, what I've seen is against Philly on the 17th, he put up 30 fantasy points. So I like Tyler Hero because he's way too underpriced. Mihalik's still in play. At 4K, he should definitely get value. With everything's going on with the Lakers, I definitely like KCP. He's exceeding value. So that's what I currently like at the shooting guard position. And let's go ahead and move on to small forward. So with Giannis' status, stay on top of that. But that's, against Orlando, with him already having health issues and LeBron as well, I'm really not on them as much today as I normally would be. Jaylen Brown did hit value against Toronto a couple back. He couldn't be in play. Jonathan Isaac is cheap with the Milwaukee issue with, with Giannis. Can't keep up with Isaac. He would be a problem today. Burks isn't really getting as many minutes to reflect his pricing. Joe Ingles has been playing very well as Marcus Morris is back for the Knicks. And, I like Hunter, but he is just too foul prone and just volatile, and they'll sit him. So that's the only reason. But when he plays, he can get you there. Glenn Robinson, the third, has been exceeding value. He looks real good today. Bounce back, coming right back against Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith has been hitting value. He's cheap, and he still hit value even with our boy back, Doncic. But with Jordan Clarkson going to Utah, Kevin Porter is getting more production in the offense. Kevin Porter Jr. looking good today, man. 4,100. Him and Chetty. That's what's crazy is they're both getting more production out of both players, and their prices are still cheap. So, and then you got to look at Cam Reddish running the offense today. Him or Bembry. I did forget to mention at shooting guard Allen Crabbe did put up. If I didn't mention, but he put up good production. So either way, you got to kind of watch how what they're gonna do in the start lineup with these guards for Atlanta with Trey being out, because once Reddish took over, I mean, he's almost hit 6x in 30 minutes, so watch out for that as well. So currently, that's what I like at small forward. Power forward up top, AD 10-8. He still is dominant, and I think he'd do great today against Portland, especially if, LeBron watch out the news for LeBron today. Kawhi against Utah, because I think this game should be close. Kawhi could put up high 50s once again, 3 games in a row. So he's definitely in play. John Collins, if he plays today, much sweeter matchup against the Bulls. Love John Collins today. Randall just put up great numbers against Washington, 50 points. He's coming right back against them. Kevin Love going up against his old team, Minnesota, man. Last time he put up 44 fantasy points against Boston, did very well. With Cat, watch his status. Obviously with him out, that kind of makes him more susceptible. With Marvin Bagley being out, Rashawn Holmes is a strong play. Once again, he's playing very, very well. Rashawn Holmes is doing great. I like Derek Favors at 6,100, man. As long as he's going to get you 30 minutes a game, Derek Favors is almost basically a lot. So at home against Indy, which should be competitive down low, there's more opportunities to get rebounds and stuff like that for tip ins for Derek Favors. So I like that. Marketing, if he plays, should be a good play, but I believe he's dealing with an illness. I had seen an update on that, so Because of that, I like Thad Young and Daniel Gafford much more. If Markkanen is out, I like those two guys today, man, really. Boucher, I see them doing the same thing against Boston, 37 fantasy points right back. They in Boston, so they probably going to rely on him more off the bench. Him and probably Hollis Jefferson. So kind of check the starting lineup to see if this time they started McCall last time. If they start Hollis Jefferson this time, man, he's going to get some good fantasy production. With Bagley out, B. Halita becomes pretty much in play at 4,500, too cheap there. So check that on him. But if they start Hollis Jefferson, I love him more than B. Halita. If Giannis plays, Ilyasova to me is not in play. Thad Young, if your boy is out, Markkanen, then obviously, like I said, he's in play. Oh, Christian Wood. With Morris being out, the other Morris twin being out today, Wood got that run and put up 34, almost 35 fantasy points last game against Washington. So if they going to do the same thing again, man, I love him against the Spurs, man. So stay on that with Christian Wood. And currently, other than Gafford, he was down low. That's what I like at power forward. At center, Cat plays great. If not, you want to pivot, obviously, to Gorgie Dang. Embiid, last time out against Miami, thing with him was he crushed almost 60 fantasy points. He's only 9,700, so they in Miami. Richardson as well for Philly. Obviously, a 6K at shooting guard. You might want to throw in Richardson because going against his former team and, guys like that who had, that was his, home base for a while. So that'll be one he'll be competitive in. So watch out for him. Let me see. Excuse me. Let me drop down. Oh, yeah. Nikola Vucevic playing better ball. Put up 40 fantasy points last time. Tough matchup against Philly. Going against Milwaukee. I expect Vucevic to do better today. Because, if he's doing well against Philly, I can see him doing well against the Bucks. Mitchell Robinson, his price is high, but his production reflects it. And he put up almost 40 fantasy points in 22 minutes against Washington. Imagine what he can do with 30 if they give him more run today. Gorgie Dang. I do love Dang. 47 fantasy points last time. Tristan Thompson is definitely too underpriced at 6,100. However, Kevin Love's been leaning more to Kevin Love for production. So if that goes either way, then you might want to, if you throw Kevin Love in the lineup, then another one, throw in obviously Tristan Thompson at center. Montrezl Harrell's still too cheap, just 5,300. He's gonna get you value, so you want to lock him in. Tough matchup against Utah. They're 7th against center. I definitely could see throwing in Montrez. Drop down. Oh, yeah, Powell. Oh, man, 4,400. 36-2 back against Toronto. 26 against the Spurs. Powell's going to be in play with Doncic being back. That might be his go-to man, most likely down low. And at the current moment, down at now, Jones is 3,500. I mean, you want to keep on the news. Oh, was it? No, it was Jones. You want to stay on the news with your boy being Alex Lynn. I like Lynn if he's in. So that's my current slate breakdown for December 28th, 2019. It's MrOgDfs. Like my video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the support. Hope you guys have a great weekend and hit me up. Peace.